Hello you guys, welcome back to another Falconry episode. Now, Mike and I have been trying to tie up to get part 2 of this Bonellis Eagle training. Just thought it'd make a nice set on the channel. Yeah, it took a while. We've both been very busy and we ended up tying up at the very end of a very busy day. But there was enough light. The weather, yes, lovely afternoon. Shocking during the filming of this, but we did it anyway. Enjoy this. Now, what we didn't get was very much conversation between Mike and I. The wind was lashing. You'll see at one point the rain was genuinely sideways, and yeah, the sound quality just wasn't good enough. So I'm going to voice over some of this, but let me just tell you a little bit about what Mike's doing. So this Bonellis Eagle is something he's bred from a pair that he's hunted and flown in the past. Mike likes to train and fly his birds at as high a condition as possible. Now, yes, sometimes I've seen Mike's birds sit in a tree for a very, very long time. But in general, this is how he's going about this training. He's got an appetite on the bird, a bit like a goshawk. You're not going to get anywhere without an appetite. But he himself, this bird's about 3 ounces over what he predicts it's real keen and cracking on weight will be. But by training it high in condition, there's no sign of bad manners, there's no hangriness, and there's no attitude, there's no noise. The bird's totally relaxed, and instead of just working on crashing down the weight, he's done the real thing, hasn't he? He's worked on manning, working with a bird, creating a bond, getting a bond of trust, letting the bird see things and so on. So yes, a little bit slower, but of course, an eagle's for life, and a nice well-rounded eagle like Zeus, I think, better than something that you get off the bat real quick, but it's just an angsty, horrible, aggressive kind of animal. You'll see this bird's lovely manners. So that's where Mike's at now. He's been doing some Creance work, taking a bit of time, but not too much, and the bird's going really well. But it's coming just on an appetite, which is very different to real hunger, real hangriness, because a bird's sharp set. This bird is pretty solid. I've felt the chest of this bird, the keel bone, and it's pretty solid. Yet it's coming along absolutely lovely. So enjoy the video. I'll talk you through a little bit of what he does. It's basic stuff. It doesn't matter if it's a Bonellis Eagle or a Kestrel. It's basic stuff. But just see the lovely manners of this bird and the calmness of Mike around his birds. I hope you enjoy it. And at the end, I've squeezed in a little bit of a slot because Kyle's training a Gyr Falcon, a pure Gyr Falcon. Believe it or not, that's been given to him to train. How cool is that? A beautiful bird, of course, a large bird. Again, Kyle's taking his time. Didn't want the bird. Didn't want anything to do with it. Didn't plan on flying a Gyr Falcon. Someone just said, please, Kyle, can you train one of these falcons for me? So he's got Zara out the mole. She's getting ready for another hunting season. This is a well-seasoned Harris hawk. But enjoy, as well as the Bonellis Eagle training, we're going to keep an eye on what Kyle's getting up to with this big, beautiful falcon. Enjoy the video, guys. Lovely setting, lovely birds. Enjoy, and hopefully there'll be a part 3, all being well. See you soon. So first thing really is to unhood the bird in my presence. It's never seen me more than for a fleeting glimpse, and just to climb at the bird as you would any younger hawk. You see she's straight to have a betching off the glove and then spots me straight off the bat. It's like, whoa. So we just spend a little bit of time with the bird unhooded at first, having a chat and just getting used to my presence. No point going any further until the bird's relaxed, you know, and with something strange in the field. Just going along in the... Yeah, but look at the rain.
Yeah, I know.
That's amazing, isn't it? The edge of the cloud. So here's just a glimpse of those Bonellis wings. You'll see a bit more soon, but look at those. So we don't pat our birds, do we, as falconers? We don't stroke them. We don't let other people overly stroke them, of course, either. But any birds, you need to be able to feel its keel, check its body condition and the wing muscles. You need to be able to check the feet for thorns and bites and things. None more so than an eagle. So it just doesn't matter what the bird is, the rarity and captivity, the size or anything. When you're doing or beginning Creance work, even if you've achieved more the day before, always go back to basics. Give that bird a confidence boost, an easy one, a little hop. Get the juices flowing on its digestion and remind it what it's got to do. And there we go, just to kick off. So we're looking here at, don't forget, Mike's flying this bird at the moment. He says about 3 ounces over what he thinks this bird will be really keen at. He's looking at response, not distance. There's no need to have long distance on a Creance anyway. But at the moment, short distance, response, all built on appetite and the manning and the confidence he's done so far, the bond he's built up so far. You're watching this in real time. Not cut. This is how long it took in the early stages of this session. He's looking for a bird that's not going to spook. It's going to come and he's looking to build that response time and those repetitions. You'll also see him using hand signals. We use a lot of hand signals with our birds to get their attention, not waving a big chick on a glove. The bird's learnt already that there's a betting in the glove and it's making its mind to come, and there you go. So different ways of doing things. So the bird's been taken back to the perch here much quicker. So already, it's already back in action. It's mouth watering and away we go. Oh, that's rough. You can see a thinker going, then she looks at me again. So the bird's going to be flown in all weathers and it's been trained in all weathers, but be careful of the Creance line, what would happen if the bird spooks and so on. Always run that Creance line through your fingers, have control. Don't tether it to something and have no control. Let the bird bait downwind and rip its legs off, fixed to a tethering point. Always be in control and move with the line. Bird's going much quicker now, even in this awful weather. But look at this. This slow-mo really shows those long wings of these Bonellis Eagles. Ridiculous long legs and ridiculous long wings and tail for the actual body mass of the eagle. Something very different, very much hawk-like and eagle-like at the same time. Look at this wingspan and then look at the actual body of that bird. It's a relatively small bird compared to the giant size. As a bird watcher, you'd say it's huge. Somewhere over there, pheasant, pigeon. Go. So you can see the response time as we end this short session has transformed. All a little bit of appetite, repetition, getting used to our surroundings, bonding and relaxing. still not at anything like a proper flying weight. So we're doing this with rather Mike's training his birds as high in condition as he can to keep that balance of the mental state. A tractable bird, not skittish. Anyone that trains goshawks will know you train them fat, you're not going to get anywhere. You've got to have an appetite. That doesn't mean you've got to cut them sharp to do the basic training, not at all. And then you've still got a little bit you can tweak to, if you need to tweak, maybe get the bird to chase or, you know, to come further and so on and so forth. You've got a bit in reserve and you've got a calm bird that's not irate and in any way starving or, you know, ravenously hungry. And it's all about doing the niceties. So as Mike takes off the Creance line and changes the equipment, he's very calm. He'll be touching the bird's feet, just getting that bird used to feeding, you know, finger fed and so on and so forth. All the niceties that makes for a holistically wonderful falconry bird. And Mike said himself, this is the best one he's trained so far. So he trained both the parents of this bird and flew them and hunted them. How wonderful to be training something quite special that you produced yourself from parents you hunted in the field. I've never done and never probably will breed birds in that respect, but I imagine it must be a very, very fulfilling feeling to have a bond with a bird like this that you've produced from parents you worked with yourself. Absolutely wonderful. You know,
Talent for a young eagle are pretty good, and they need to be hunting hares. Pretty
massive feet, aren't they?
Keeps overstepping the glove. Look.
Yeah, that's what I'll say about eagle gloves. They're not long enough. They're perfectly thick enough. You don't need very thickness, do you?
No, I don't
need
like
the
thick gloves.
They want to go right to your elbow pit, don't they?
Yeah.
I always think a good eagle glove. Never
But
mind.
I've just had a new Ben Long one, mate, but it's a hawk glove.
Yeah.
A bit more length because I don't want to, because obviously it's not a gold. I don't like thick fingers.
I just use the same glove for my owls or do my eagle, but I could just do it 2 inches longer.
Yeah. But they are quite sharp.
Big old legs.
Bungee thing.
Oh yeah.
Just takes that tension. Right?
Yeah.
Just stops that snap, doesn't it? Take that out around it.
With them long legs. How old is it, Mike?
About 22 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way these birds we start training, there's no way all their legs are fully calcified when we start,
no,
compared to a couple of year old even, eh?
Injury prone as young eagles if they're not.
Yeah. I mean, Harris-Hawks have got long legs and they have the same sort of issues, don't they?
A lot of Harris have broken legs as people have them baiting around on too long leashes.
50-foot leash, yeah. What's down here then? Talk us through what? Peregrine.
Juvenile Gyr Falcon.
Shut up.
Juvenile Gyr.
Where did that come from?
Homebred, all homebred.
All homebred. A Gyr red note. That's a nice one. Actually looks like a miniature Gyr as well. It actually looks tight. It's like this very Gyr shaped, isn't it? Long wings and that. That's good, that is.
And then you've got Gyr Falcon as well.
Pures.
Yeah,
What's that one down there, Michael?
That's the one that won Valley 2 years running, the female homebred.
But did you enter Valley this year?
No, we didn't have time to
No. So she was the winner last year?
And the year before.
And the year before. Look at that. That's a big bird, isn't it?
Solid lump, yeah. Prize at £3.5.
Wow, yeah. The lump of the thing, that is. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. We're just going to skip over. Let's just see a little bit of this beautiful Gyr Falcon that Kyle is actually training. a privilege, I think. You know, this was the bird, and still is the bird, given to royalty and rich, and a gift for the famous and the wealthy through history. So people like us lowly people, having the opportunity to train and work with them as he sees fit, that's an opportunity, I think, for any lad that loves falconry. So we'll keep an eye on this bird as well. When this is finished, subscribe, drop us a comment, keep an eye on the channel, go on the falconry playlist. Lots to see on there, including, of course, part 1 of this training the Bonellis Eagle episode. I hope you enjoyed the set. See you soon.
Is it making you hungry? She's eating Bugs Bunny. What? Bugs Bunny? What?
Lily, go see.
Wow. Birdie. Don't let her bite you then. Because you'll take your finger off like a little carrot, won't it? And then you'll cry. Wow.